Okay, today it's another boxed radio. This one I bought in from the UK, and the Stalker 15, and I might see a lot of them over here. They're definitely a bit sought after, mainly for the person that owns the Stalker range. Like they might have the Stalker XX, the 20 XX, I suppose is what we call them. But yeah, look, this one I shipped over, and don't mind me, I've already got it out of the box, but I'm just actually going to check. Oh, here we go. Oh, God, I'm having trouble there, aren't I? Very simple, just a matter of holding your mouth in the right place. Yeah, no, sorry, it did have all its packing, etc. I just want to check that. Sometimes, I just need to be 100% sure. But I've got it set up on the bench over here, and they're just putting about, let's go down 0.5 a microvolt, hearing that quite okay. Actually hearing that very well. Now this is the model that the Double X had the digital clock. This is the analog clock, which I quite like these. Now bear in mind, no modifications needed to the clock on these. Let's just turn, we know it receives. Well, hang on, let's just make sure the meter works. Meter works beautifully. Righto, okay. Now let's turn it off, okay. And let's just make sure all the digits work as well. That's the other little thing that we like to check on these things. Looking good, looking good, looking good, looking good, looking good. All right. Now we're on the IFR 1200S at the moment. I actually thought about upgrading to a 1500. One come up for sale, and I must admit, my old mate Bob 7RX, he talked me out of it. I've forgotten they're 40 years old, and better the devil, you know. Look, it was probably a good unit, don't get me wrong, but no, I think Bob talked some sense into me. I own quite a few IFR units here. We've got the 500, 1000 and the 1200S, and I think that was what was sort of tempting, just to buy the 1500. But you know what, I still, funny enough, love my old Motorola. Anyway, all right, let's just see. Hello, test. Hello, 1 2. Let's just see if we can bring that scale a bit better. Okay, oh yeah, plenty of power output. 1 2 1 2. Hello, 15 watts being the peak there. Hello, yep. Okay, so yep, no problems there. 1 2 3 4 5. It's sounding quite good. These were obviously the European edition, where they had the high-low switch. So in Australia, just to make note, when you had this version, you didn't meet type approval here in Australia. So I need to mention that up front, just to be 100% clear. And but apart from that, they are a great collectible radio, for the fact that you could buy the UK version with the high-low, well, they call it the European version actually, or you could buy the American version, which was just straight 40 channels. And interesting that this was before they started doing FM. So that switch needs a bit of a clean there. We'll give that a bit of a spray before it goes out. These have been sitting around quite a while, and we're running a lot of volume there to do that. But yeah, look, AM upper lower, but no FM. So on the Euro version of the Stalker XX, they actually had an extended FM position that you could go into as well. But yeah, look, they're really quite a nice little radio. We'll just quickly sort of pull the lid and just give these controls a bit of a clean, because it's been sitting around a little while. But apart from a bit of a volume control sort of clean up, yeah, all seems to be actually working very nicely. And it's got some good output. 1 2 3 4 5. Testing 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 1 2. And a little bit of a mark here that could be cleaned up. They all used to get this with this was the spot you always went to, like so. And haven't seen one without one like that. No, that's not true, actually. Sorry, I did see one new on the box that was like yeah, was perfect. But a lot of them did suffer. Paul Ashby pulled it apart, pulled the YouTube channel. It's actually got some great ways to fix up these types of things to make them look perfect. It just, I wouldn't even touch it. I'd just send it to Paul and say, hey Paul, make this front panel look perfect, and he can do it. Anyway, this one's going out the door in the box. I had a nasty feeling, well, not nasty, I had a good feeling. I think we might have one more floating around the place. My brain's just thinking, I just want to check one spot. I just want to see if that was a Euro version with the high-low, or whether it was the standard 40 version. Just give me a sec. I'm going to go for a very quick walk. I'm out in the American bar now, and yeah, look, this is what I was thinking of. And it wasn't what I thought it was, but just to give you an idea, around the same era, they brought out a matching AM set, and it was quite a good featured AM set, 40 channel. This one's 110 volt from the US, and actually not too bad. You can just see slight little bit of marking around there, very slight, but this one's actually not suffered too badly. But yeah, look, not the sideband one I thought it might have been. I just thought I saw something the other day with the clock was giving it away. And anyway, back to the workshop, back in the house. Not before I have a quick look just through here. We're just getting some of these base stations out onto the shelving down here, but this is not them either. No, just checking. More base stations, more base stations, more base stations, but no. Just making sure, just having a bit of a look to see what's in there. All presidents. What's behind there? That's an old AM Dwight D, I think, behind that one there. Yeah, President Dwight D. Jeez, Zachary T's, my goodness. Old Citizens, and is that one Apollo? Citizen? No, that's a Citizen, yep. Oh, goodness. Curious Centurions, 40D. That's a hard to get. That's the 40D. That's Ross's old one. Yep. Fanfares. Cobras, Navajos, SBEs, Realistics, Console 5s. 23, is it? Yeah, it would be. Every day. Yep, 23. All right, just want to have a last little look. Don't mind me, I'm having a last little search through all my base radios here. It also gives you an idea of what we've got coming up. Just thought there might have been another Stalker 15 sitting around the place. It's not looking good, is it? People often say, why do you do these walkarounds? Well, if I'm going to say that the last, there's the last one we've got. See, there's a really nice Stalker XX, which is even hooked up. Anyway, nice radio, the Stalker XX. Very popular. We've got about 5 or 6 of these, and got to get them out the door too. But auto, whoops, manual off. Yep. All right. No, I'm going to make the big judgment call and say that that is the last Stalker 15 that we have got. Even with just looking around here, just checking here, because this is where it was before. Sitting down around there. No, that's it. All right, back to the radio. Back to the what we're doing. Okay, so we've been able to ascertain working well is the last one we got here, but I just wanted to be 100% sure. If we had have had a Stalker 15 with the non-UK Europe version, I probably would have kept it anyway with my Stalker XX. I am keeping one of sort of some radios I really enjoyed. Not many. My wife was trying to nail me down on just exactly what I might be keeping. So when I die, she knows what she's got to sell off. And I said, oh, look, yeah, it's hard. But I told her, I said, look, there'll be 150k of radios, so that'll be left. That'll be my personal collection that I won't sell. There's no way in the world. And as I was showing you, some of the high tier stuff is. It's not hard to, 15, 20 grand in one radio and some of the stuff I own. So, look, it sounds like a lot, but it's not when you start breaking it all down anyway. But this one here is up for sale. It'll be supplied with box and box and power cord. And remember, this one is 240 volts, so okay to plug straight in here in Australia. Definitely get on the Paul, talk about this here. Look, that there, we could do a fix on it, which would probably make people happy, but I'm not going to because it takes me a couple of hours to do it, and look, it comes up really well, but I'd rather sell it as is, no no fixes, no nothing, how we bought it from the UK. So, you know, open to offers on this thing. They're certainly a nice base station, and as much as people don't want to hear this, they're rare. And I know I say that about a lot of radios, but there is a lot of rare radios out there that, you know, we've spent a fortune shipping them over from the UK. This one particularly, this one cost me as much probably to freight it as it did to buy it. You know, sort of that's been the case with some of these radios. It really has. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm not really here to moan about the dollar spent on radio. The recovery's been actually quite good, so it's no issue there. But I think that's just significant of the interest that's out there. Just something we didn't test. Sorry, just want to make sure. Oh yeah, 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 1 2. Loads of power on AM. Just think that where are we there on sideband? Right, okay. 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 1 2. Yeah, swings nicely. 1 2 3 4 5. Yeah, that's right. Sorry, I just wanted to check that. But we'll give these controls a clean. It takes me 10 minutes to pull the cover and sort of give them a nice clean and make sure everything's functioning the way it should be. I noticed there was a little bit of a crackle on the mode switch, which is significant because they've been sitting around for years on display in the radio museum room. So yeah, they just haven't had any use. But we hit them with a bit of deoxit D5 and yeah, good for another 20 years. All right, anyway, I've already got one chap that's asking about this, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's sold. He may think it's going to be $100. You don't know. So look, if you've got any interest in this radio, email Brenton at posnav.com.au, and it's certainly available. Okay, thanks very much for following my walk around from I'm down on the house at the moment, down to the American barn, back up to the museum and back into this room. We get there in the end. Cheers all.